Tesla opens its EV connector design to the world. November 14, 2022. From Tesla, we invite charging network operators and vehicle manufacturers to put the Tesla charging connector and charge port on their equipment and vehicles. This is directly from the @Tesla Charging Twitter handle. What does all this mean? It means Tesla is trying to get its connector to be used as a standard, and I think this is a good thing. I bought a CCS charging adapter to use for my Tesla to give me more charging options. But it is big and clunky. The Tesla charging connector is smaller and a lot easier to handle. A Tesla charger is used at every Tesla supercharging station and offers AC charging and up to 1 MW DC charging in a slim package. It is a lightweight charger, and whenever I use my CCS adapter to charge, I know I am going to have to bend my legs and flex my core because the CCS adapter and cable from the charger are heavy. Tesla is opening their EV connector design to the world. They are inviting network operators and all EV manufacturers to put the Tesla charging connectors and charge port, which is now called the North American Charging Standard, NACS, on their equipment and vehicles. NACS is the most common charging standard in North America. It outnumbers CCS chargers 2 to 1. Network operators already have HVE plans in motion to incorporate NACS at their chargers, so Tesla owners can look forward to charging at other networks without adapter. I think this is a move in the right direction. I really don't like having to get out a different adapter for different charging stations. There should be one standard. There are plans in motion to incorporate the NACS at other chargers. The NACS protocol is straightforward to adopt. The design and specification files can be downloaded from Tesla's website here. They are actively working with relevant standards bodies to codify Tesla's charging connector as a public standard. I, for one, am hoping that this charging standard becomes the way to do things across the US and across the globe. I briefly read through the documents describing Tesla's charging standard. It would take someone with some knowledge of electrical engineering to understand it, which I imagine anyone setting up charging stations would have. Right now, I have to go to a Harman's connector a block away to charge, and it is free for me to do so. This is nice, but it's a lot of work to use the CCS adapter. Having a unified standard will help me when I'm older and can't life a giant heavy cable for a CCS adapter. It's also going to be important for robotaxis in the future to have an easy way to connect and charge. It will be interesting to see if other EV makers decide to adopt this standard. I think they would be silly not to. With all the Tesla vehicles on the road, why not have the option for a Tesla to easily charge at your station? What do you think of Tesla opening up its charging standard? Will this be beneficial for everyone? Source reposted and summarized from Jeremy Johnson at Talk News. My take: maybe the Tesla charger will become the industry standard. Tesla needed in the energy sector. November 14, 2022. Disruptions caused by Tesla in the last decade can be hard to count. But part of the company's incredible growth can be pointed back to its mentality when getting things done. Regarding climate change and renewable energy, Tesla has acted swiftly to push its zero-emission vehicles out into the world. And some say that the energy sector needs the same urgency to reach environmental goals. Tesla's gumption to get things done is needed to help push the energy sector forward, according to an energy executive in a report from CNBC. There's no doubt that Tesla has helped renewable energy become a worthwhile goal in the auto sector. But much more is needed to be done to help the energy industry as a whole follow suit. That is, at least according to Tree Energy Solutions CEO Marco Alvera, who also used to head the energy infrastructure powerhouse SNAM. According to Alvera, it's going to take companies with agility to execute quickly enough upon environmental goals to really help spur the world away from fossil fuels. It took a Tesla to disrupt the car manufacturing sector. It took an Amazon to disrupt the retail market. And I think it's going to take new companies to disrupt the energy sector. Alvera said in a recent interview, I think it's always the agile companies that can really do kind of a zero-based design and build the whole organization around the purpose, around the speed of execution, around the seriousness. The news comes as world companies and organizations look to shift toward renewable energy. For one, the European Union is looking to increase renewable energy installations in the coming years, in order to meet its goal of reaching climate neutrality by 2050. During that journey, Tesla has become one of the world's most well-known companies with its zero-emission vehicles. And its endeavors into solar energy and power storage have already begun to revolutionize the energy sector. Although Tesla's car business remains front and center, the company is pushing into energy. One example is the company's virtual power plant program, which recently debuted, utilizing energy storage across thousands of households to help provide power back to the grid during times of peak demand. The program recently had its first events in California, and Tesla cooperated with utilities providers PG&E and Southern California Edison to pull it off. Similar programs are being piloted in Texas, where Tesla also wants to sell electricity alongside other utilities providers, and Japan. And the concept could revolutionize how the world consumes electricity. Alvira's company is focused on developing projects around green hydrogen, though creating a product with a worldwide reach is a true process. He says that scaling up production, something Tesla worked at for over a decade, will be critical in the coming years. Since we already have the necessary technologies to make these changes. We absolutely have the technology. China is leading, I would say, by a big margin on solar panels and on the electrolyzers. He added, there's European technologies, there's US technologies, so we have the technologies. What we don't have is a manufacturing capability to scale those technologies up in time. And that's where I would like to see more policy focus and more entrepreneurs really investing in the factories. Source reposted and summarized from Peter McGuffrey at Avanex. My take: Elon's unique way of doing things disrupts any industry he gets involved with. Tesla retail shareholders to be selected via random drawing to semi-delivery event. November 14, 2022. Tesla will hold a random drawing for retail shareholders who want to attend the Tesla semi-delivery event. In October, PepsiCo confirmed that it would take delivery of its Tesla Semi on December 1 at 2 of its facilities in California. On Friday, Tesla's head of investor relations, Martin Viecha, tweeted that Tesla will hold a random drawing where one share of Tesla equals one entry into the drawing. If you want to attend the semi-delivery event as a retail shareholder, please make sure you have a verified shareholder status on our IR website. Unverified manual submissions are eligible if the paperwork is correct. We'll be doing a random draw where one share equals one entry. His tweet included Tesla's tweet from July announcing the launching of its shareholder platform. The platform allows shareholders to participate in events and access exclusive features. Tesla shareholders can confirm their status through Say, a third-party platform that Tesla uses to allow investors to submit questions for earnings calls. Tesla held a similar drawing for its Cyber Roundup-themed annual shareholder meeting in Austin, Texas. As the delivery date draws closer, there have been more sightings of the Tesla Semi. A recent sighting of the Semi took place on a highway in the Bay Area. In October, the Tesla Semi was spotted pulling a trailer and accelerating from a dead stop. During Tesla's second AI Day event, the Semi was seen with Cybertruck graffiti art on the trailer. Source reposted and summarized from John Kreider at Tesla RT. My take: let the trucking industry disruption begin. Soon you will see the Tesla Semi everywhere. Why did Tesla remove sensors from its cars? November 14, 2022. Did you know that Tesla vehicles have long come standard with a series of ultrasonic sensors that help detect objects and proximity? These are getting removed in 2023 vehicles. In an interview between Andrej Karpathy and Lex Fridman, there was a discussion of why Tesla removed its ultrasonic sensors from its vehicles. This will cause Tesla vehicles to rely solely on vision with cameras. Andrej talks about this and thinks that one would think the sensors are an asset to you. If you consider the entire product, the sensors are a liability. They require a supply chain. They can have problems. They are part of the supply chain. They require integration and teams to write firmware to use them. There is bloat that comes with using them. Elon Musk is really good at simplifying things. He understands the entropy that occurs in organizations when you have extra parts. When you think about the totality of the cost and maintenance of the sensors, it is a liability. In this case, vision can give you everything the sensors can. Lex and Andrej talk about the data engine and the ultrasonic sensors. The sensors require additional code and storage and bloat everything. It can be very distracting if you want to get just vision to work. If you are making progress, yet still have to support sensors, You have extra code that is needed and that bloats the system. Simplifying the system in the long run seems to be the right solution. This applies generally across most systems. Lex asked about LiDAR and if it is needed. Andre is confused by the debate. He thinks the debate is really do you have a fleet to collect data or not, and that is more important than whether you have LiDAR or not. Similar to the discussion of radar. Andre thinks that LiDAR doesn't offer much extra information. It adds cost, bloat, creates entropy, and is similar to the ultrasonic sensors in the extra cost and bloat it adds. Andre thinks that other companies are going to eventually drop LiDAR. Lex asked if you can build a big fleet that can collect data and have LiDAR be part of that collection process. Andre looks at it that vision is necessary and that the world is designed for human eyes and consumption. Vision gives you all the data you need to drive your car. You would have to be really sure to add an additional sensor of any kind. In the end, Andre says the answer is no to extra sensors. When asked about high-definition maps and geo-fencing, Andre said that is not scalable. Pre-mapping the environments is not going to work because you have to remap the environment. A vehicle must be able to adapt to the world around it. If you need to maintain a centimeter-accurate map of Earth, that is a huge dependency that you are taking on. Do you really need this? Humans don't need it. What do you think about this interview between Lex Fridman and Andre Karpathy? Source reposted and summarized from Jeremy Johnson at Talk News. My take: I encourage you to listen to the full interview. Lots of great stuff there.